Hi, this is Mr. Capper. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a generic wheel. It's up to you to determine the dimensions and the pattern that you want to use on yours. So new, part, start a 2D sketch. You are going to have a round wheel. Do not use the dimensions I'm going to use. 2 inches is bigger than the max allowed. The maximum wheel that you can use is 1.5 inches. The smallest diameter is 1 inch. Do not use my dimensions except for this one here. Do use this. The hole should be 0.09 inches. That's what works best on the 3D printer. Now you could finish here and extrude this and have a really basic wheel, or you could finish, extrude, and then later on come back and do cuts into this. Or if you know what your pattern is going to be ahead of time, it's actually easiest to put that onto here. So whatever you want to do, if you want to do something like this, you can do something like put your initials on here. My computer is extremely slow. So you can enter your text into here and put your initials. You can make it whatever size you want. You can change this to 0.5. I think that might end up being too big on my drawing. You can change the font size in there too if you wanted. And then you can move this, hit the escape button. You should be able to move this. Well, if your computer doesn't freeze up on you. You can move that around. You could also put holes into it. All of this is to lighten your part. There's other shapes in here, like a slot. I haven't really played around with this too much. I think you give it 3 points, and oh boy. So you might not want to do that unless you want to do a smaller one. Ellipses, you can do arcs and cut things in here. You can make a triangle if you wanted to. Get creative. You'll get points for creativity on your wheels here. Now all these are to lighten it up. Hopefully this will work. Is you're going to extrude, and it's going to want to know what surface to extrude since you have many different things. And so you can extrude just that part of it and leave out those other. Remember, the max thickness is 1/8, min is 1/16. And it looks like I was wrong about the text. If you wanted to do text, let's see if this will work. We'll try again. I'm going to change the size to the larger size here. Hopefully it'll work this time. I've done this before. Aha. And so you could do a cut. And this is how you can go backwards later and make different holes if you wanted to change things up, is you could do this again. Now notice though, when you print this, this will be gone. That won't exist in the real world because it would just fall out. Actually, it would be on the 3D print, but it would just fall out when you picked it up. So you can go back and change things up if you wanted and put different patterns on here. So if your partner's like, oh, it'd look cool to do this, you could do that and do an extrude cut on that. Or if you want something to bump out too on a part, you could do it that way, but change it to cut if you want to cut that out of there. All right, so I've gone back into my sketch, and here's a cool way to do a pattern. So you can put a hole, for instance. You could do a different shape too. I've done this where I put my initials actually and did them all the way around. I go to circular pattern. You choose the axis that you want to go around, which is the center of the wheel. You tell it how many times you want it to repeat, and then you can click on the geometry that you want to repeat. When you hit OK, look at how awesome that is. And then you would just extrude and only pick this solid area when you went to extrude. All right, hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.